beautiful people, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Lola. If this is your first time, thank you so much for stopping by, and don't forget to click the subscription button. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos. I film about marriage, lifestyle, life here in the UK, and once in a while relocation tips on how to successfully move to the UK. If this is the kind of content you like, please subscribe, and also don't forget to like, comment, share this page to everybody. Now, just like the title says, it's going to be a story time today. I'm going to be gisting you all the tea about my 2020 COVID lockdown wedding. If you'd like to hear the story, stay tuned. Thank you for sticking by. Now to the story proper. So in 2019, myself and my husband, we started dating officially. And when I mean officially, I meant officially though, because we've been friends for a very long time. We're friends for a very long time, and he always knew when I was in relationships. I always knew when it was relationships, that kind of friend. So I hope one day my husband will sit with me here and we're going to shoot a how we met video, but I doubt that will happen anytime soon, but I pray. So we were classmates in secondary school, but we never talked because it was not my spec. So we were just classmates and all of that, nothing more. Immediately after secondary school, immediately we finished, like this, as if he was waiting for us to graduate secondary school, he started to choke me. He was on my neck, and he started like, okay, fine, let's start dating. I was like, no, please, I have a bright future ahead of me. I need to get to the university and all of that, the gist now. And I started getting into relationships. He started also getting into relationships, and we were friends and all of that. So fast forward to 2019, April 17th, I just received a WhatsApp message, and it was like, I want to marry you. I was like, you can't even use sweet words, because definitely we were friends, but the dating aspect has really stopped for a long time. So I was like, I can't even use sweet words. I was like, see, I don't know how to toast again. I said, okay. So I said, all right, no problem, I'll get back to you the next day. And I just made a few calls, told some people that need to know. And April 18th, I sent him a text. I was like, okay, fine, let's see where this ends. And he was so happy. He started calling, how are you? I'll just be like, this uncle should calm down now. So fast forward November, we had our introduction. I'm going to be inserting pictures, introduction pictures here. So we had our introduction, and it was beautiful in November of 2019. So immediately, uncle did not waste time. Did not waste time at all. So immediately after the introduction, we already decided that fine, the next thing is for us to get married, and we shouldn't waste any more time. So we chose the wedding date to be April April 2020. And everybody was excited. My friends, they already created a share big group. Everybody was so happy, like, okay, finally Fumi is getting married. So March came, COVID came. When COVID came, everybody was like, okay, this is not going to really last long. It's just one of those things that come and go. That was how COVID came to stay. And everything shut down, churches, no parties and all of that. And I'm like, God, this wedding that has been on my mind, this is all these years, it now reached my turn. COVID now decided to come and spoil things. So anyhow, we chose April, and because by April the restrictions were not lifted and all of that, so we decided to move it to May, hoping and praying that the restrictions would have been lifted and we'll be able to have the wedding party. So May came, restrictions were not lifted. My dad just had to sit us down and see, COVID is not going anywhere, and you can't put your life on a hold for something that you're not even sure when it's going to go. So we just had to have the wedding like that. I was not happy because My friends did not come. Even my chief bridesmaid, she was not able to travel. You know, then there were no interstate travels and all of that. My bridesmaid didn't come. My bridal train, not a single bridal train was able to attend my wedding. So I just had the little bride, the little groom, and you know, the flower girls, because I was a children teacher in my church back home. And definitely you know that all the children want to be my bridal train, so I just had those ones to keep me company. So I couldn't have my bridal shower. I couldn't have my bridal shower. And the oga pata pata of what now made me, I won't say sad, because I definitely got married to my best friend, was the photographer did not show up. So that one, the photographer did not show up because we contracted the photographer outside my hometown, and he was supposed to travel. So he came for the engagement quite all right. And you know, we told him, okay, we already booked a room for you in our hotel, you know, just sleep. And then the wedding morning, you know, take pictures and all of that. It was like, no, Ilorin was not far, because I stayed in Ogbomoso. It was like, no, Ilorin is not far to Ogbomoso, you know, I'll join you as early as possible. And yeah, Ilorin is just about 30 minutes, you know, to Ogbomoso. So it was like, I'll join you very soon and all of that. We're like, okay, fine, no problem. Wedding morning, as we were doing makeup, no photographer. As we were going out of the hotel, no photographer. As we were entering church, no photographer. My husband was so worried. He was calling. He didn't pick. So when after we, you know, finished the service and we're going out of the church, we just saw him from afar. I was so furious. But you know that feeling of being happy and being angry at the same time? That was how I was feeling. He now came, was like, yeah, so just stopped him, and you know, he couldn't, he had to pay 50,000 for them to release them, because they were traveling, and you know, they were not supposed to travel. He should have put that story down. And I was like, okay, oh, sorry about that, blah blah blah. Only for me to check WhatsApp status, like say 2 weeks after the wedding. And the sad part was, we now discovered that he had his own wedding that same day that we had our wedding. And this is someone that is very close to my husband. So my husband expected that, at least now you should have told me, you know, that my wedding was this day too. So we would have, even if we were not going to use, you know, it's going to be on a neutral ground and all of that. I was so sad though. I just told him straight. I was like, when you present, because definitely we didn't pay in full, you know, he asked us to pay part, then we'll balance up when he brings the album and frame and everything. So I told him that, okay, well, you want your balance when you produce my picture of my daddy holding me inside the church, Abi, when me and my husband were exchanging rings in the church, then you can come and collect your balance. It was like, no, now Shebi has explained. I said, for where? You think I don't know? You had your wedding that same day, you didn't tell us. So long and short, Sha begged. Some people now, you know, reached out to us. We paid him a little, but not the balance, no, because no, you can't lie to me and, you know, still scam me on top of my money. So after the old wedding, we couldn't even have the reception, and there was this kind family that gave me one of the best halls in the Ogbomoso and told us not to pay a dime. I was so sad because, God, so reception money is out of it, and we were still not able to dance and be body. So after the parents, you know, everybody went to their houses, and luckily my husband's family also stayed in Ogbomoso, so they had the mini reception in their house. We also had the mini reception in the house. And when I say mini, Shebi, you would think that the mini is, say, 50 to 100 guests. When I got to my parents' house, if I should start counting, I can't count less than 500, because people really came. Like, I didn't expect the crowd to be that much. People really came out for the wedding. That even though you did not use all, say, will still come. So there's this expanse of land beside our house. You know, my parents had to take tents for people to be able to sit down. So that is my 2020 COVID lockdown story. Even though, you know, I was not able to have the wedding of my dreams, you know, at least I got to marry my best friend. That's the cocoa now. And yeah, I'm grateful to God that even though it didn't happen how I wanted, it was still a beautiful experience. Even the engagement, we didn't even have the engagement in our house. We went to have it because my parents were building another house, so we were going to have it there, and people still came. It got to a point I was like, how did these people, you know, find out? Because they had, and even from time, my dad said he was not going to put the engagement in the program, that the engagement normally it was supposed to be for family, and that was even before COVID. So when the invitation, you know, came out, there was no engagement address. So even with the COVID, people still found out where we're having the engagement and came. So I just thank God that, you know, people found us worthy to come for our wedding. And it ended up being beautiful. You know, not what I wanted. You know, my girls are not beside me, you know, to gas me up, to hype me. You know, the reception dance, we're already rehearsing the reception dance steps and all of that. I couldn't have all of that, but I just thank God that in all, you know, it ended up beautiful, and God took all the glory. So thank you so much for watching this story time. If you want more of, you know, story time, sit down videos like this, I'll shoot. You can give me ideas in the comments, you know, on tips and videos to shoot. And but I'm not really, you know, a sit down video, you know, talk person. Vlog, let's go out, let's explore. So thank you so much. If you watched this video up to this moment, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.